odds in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Trojans about to kick it away and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Fresno State's offense will take the field first. And David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? So whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Whips it out in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
To the air, it's Baker. Wide open downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Here's the pressure. Lions on the move. Caught over the middle. It's Watson. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Quickly complete. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Watson. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Rides the back and leaves it. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready. Had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
quarterback formation, and they give it to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Wants to fire on second down. Out of the backfield, he's open. All down, and he has enough to move the chains.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Makes the catch. It's Hawkins. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded at several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's edge.
Breaks into the open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Wants to throw on first down. Hit as he throws. He's open on the right. Touchdown, Trojan! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Baker. Get it out on the screen. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage. Fresno State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On his way back from the 20. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Snagged in the middle, it's Fowler. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Trojans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. He's up to 47 yards rushing in this game. What a way to start the new season. And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable 3rd down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Trojans.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period, first down here. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That's caught. It's yours. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Bulldogs can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this defense is dominating all game long. They have been making this quarterback's life so difficult with their pass rush. They bring him down there for the sack. They're not giving anything up. They're leading this game by a lot. We're only in the second quarter, and this ain't going to change unless this offense can find a rhythm.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, the offense is humming now, and you're seeing they can generate explosive plays in a variety of ways. They had the big run on the previous play. That time they're able to take a shot. Everything they're dialing up right now is working beautifully.
The Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, USC!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Jose State showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
The play action fake. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hawkins. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. And this junior signal caller has hardly been at his best, and when you've been around, when you're the veteran presence, you have to perform at a higher level. They just haven't found any rhythm whatsoever in the passing game. It has cost them on the scoreboard. They'll have to come from behind and then love to get something going here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Watson. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man, it's Baker. Hauls it in. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Got a man in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. The Bulldogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Pocket breaking down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He slings it deep to the left. Got him downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. He might want another play. Toss to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. They'll try the run. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to pass, it's Baker. Gets it out fast. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Line gets set, first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Snagged out of the air. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
You know, as a receiver, it's so critical and important to know where the sticks are. He was able to modify his route, so he knew as soon as he caught it, he was just going to have enough to keep this drive alive.
Got a man. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Rides the back. He's going to keep it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally make the stop, and the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The official says no good. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. You consider the lead not chipped away yet. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Fresno State lined up to kick off and start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found. Stopped at the 23. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. On the direct snap, it's Wormley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man, oh man, that ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it here.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Zips it out to his man. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offense a success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
He wants to change this route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Got enough for the first down. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you can tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
And the Trojans have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. Working the big fella to the corner. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Trojans getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Reads it, fires complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Catch in the middle. It's Hawkins. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Trojans look to do some damage in the red zone. Here we go. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Off play action on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Baker. He's got his man. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Off the play fake. Gets it out quickly. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Gives it to the back on the draw. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be second and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. They'll give it to the back. Oh, better look out. It's a running room. He now has 91 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the run, it's Wormley. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely...
A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. What a disappointment. No good. Well, they missed the field goal. That's about the only thing that hasn't gone their way in this one. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll move the tight end. The give on the option. He showed off a few moves, but not enough to get away from all of those defenders as they stop him for a loss.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
To the air, it's Baker. He's got his man across the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on second down. Makes the grab. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. Turning it on. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11. Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. The RPO, it's complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a first down. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, you got to love the attitude of this team. I know they're still down by a lot on the scoreboard, but a really nice job by the quarterback. Accurate throw on that touchdown pass.
And he puts through the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did, Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll toss it to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
And the Trojans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. It's complete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. The sweet feet buy a little time. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. It is perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Fresno State takes over, and the offense will go back to work. Dropping back, it's Baker. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
And this is always the time in the game when coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Snags it over the middle. They get him down, but they'll mark it beyond the line to gain. It's first down, Fresno State. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Beard. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. second down, they'll go to the air. Pressure coming. Looking to scramble. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Fresno State lines up with a first and goal. Back to throw, it's Baker. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting aggressive here and going for two. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here later that you can build on for the weeks to come.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Got his man downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Fresno State right back to the line. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Well, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The offense going to try again on another play. They'll just spike it on this one. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Back to pass, it's Baker. They're setting up the screen. Touchdown, Fresno State. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're just going to watch that clock tick down to 0, Jesse, as they run it out here.
It's just a matter of formalities now for this offense. Running the victory formation, go take a shower, talk to coach, go see the parents and girlfriend, and go to dinner.
So frustrating on the other side of the defense, knowing they can't stop the clock, knowing this ball game's over.
We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And